Thank you, guys. My name is Corporal Juan Dominguez, United States Marine Corps, retired. I served with 3rd Battalion, 5th Marines, and I got the honor to be a very small part of that standing tradition from the past to the present. I'm from New Mexico. I came from a small town. Nobody even really knows where it's at. But I always had a dream and a passion. My passion was, A, to do music, and to B, serve my country. My father was a Vietnam vet, Bronze Star recipient. My mother was a nurse who gave her life to helping others. Since I was little, my mom would tell me stories that I would go outside. Instead of being like normal kids, I would play Army. I'd play dress up. So it all started October 23rd, 2010. I was doing a routine patrol. We were out there hunting for the bad guys, the Taliban. This day in particular, I had a sense of confidence out there that nothing could happen and nothing could touch me. October 15th was a real rude awakening when I lost a good friend, a radio operator. He stepped on an IED and it tore him in half. Our lieutenant lost his leg. Our corpsman was severely injured, along with another one of our junior Marines and Lance Corporals. That bomb destroyed, 4 or 5 guys' lives. Changed it. October 23rd, it changed me. I stepped on what was roughly known as a really big IED. We could not detect it. It was made out of wood and plastic. I stepped on this IED and I remember everything. I wasn't fortunate enough to be knocked out, but I was fortunate enough in a sense because that pain that I experienced that day has carried through me today. I don't take any medication for my so-called PTSD, which I think is a really bad word. It's post-traumatic stress. It's not a disorder. It can be helped, and it needs to be more awareness on it. I take no medicine for pain. As you can see, I'm missing both of my legs above the knees and my arm above the elbow. When I stepped on that IED, I remember seeing dirt. I remember seeing the sky just black out. So if you could imagine going into a room and all the lights being taken out, that's how big this IED was. It turned my world brown. It was so strong that it punctured my smoke grenade. I was on fire. A 19-year-old Marine, my junior Marine, our saw gunner behind. If I can paint a picture, I'm a point man. Point man guides his unit around. He's the eyes and ears. I have an engineer in front of me. Behind me, I have this 19-year-old. When that blast went off, he was the first one that rushed to me. He dug his knees into my legs and he stopped the bleeding. 19 years old. What were you doing at 19? This is a 19-year-old kid who chose to serve his country versus going to college. Jumping on me and saving my life. Using all the knowledge that he got from people before us to help save me. I remember sitting there pleading with God and saying, the pain was so intense. I remember everything. Please, God, please, if you're going to take me now. But if not, can you please numb me up? And guess what? He did that. Medical terminology says I went into shock. But my faith says God numbed me up. And why did God numb me up? I really feel like all those times in the hospital when I felt like giving up and I didn't was for a purpose and a reason. It wasn't to feel sorry for myself. It wasn't to be angry. And sure as hell wasn't to get pity. It was because I feel God gave me a voice. He gave me a loud, strong, powerful voice that was backed up by a good upbringing, a good wife in my corner, an awesome daughter, and the discipline and mindset as a Marine. I'm going to talk to you about mindset and warrior spirit. It's not just obtainable through the military. Everyone has a warrior spirit. I could have sat there from that moment on and I'm retired. I'm retired at 29 years old. Easy life, right? Cake. I can sit at my house and do nothing, but that's not me. That's not who I am. So I was a musician of 16 years now. I still am a musician. And what I would tell my men out there in Afghanistan was like, I don't care if I step on a bomb. I don't care if I ever walk. I wasn't the best hiker. I wasn't the best runner anyways. I had a lot of heart to serve my country, but I wasn't the best Marine. And I could have gave up that day, and when I told my men, I don't care if I lose anything else, just don't let it be my arms, because I play guitar. That's the only thing I'm passionate about. Guess what? God had different plans for me. He took my arm, and it wasn't a horrific thing. It wasn't a punishment. It was to show me that I had another purpose in life. What I thought was my path was not my path. My path was to inspire by me overcoming everything that I was taken away from me. I love music so much, I'll share a story with you. My mom asked the nurse when I first got in from Landstuhl, Germany. She met me there. And she asked the nurse for a radio. And the nurse kind of looked at her and said, you want to listen to music while your son's laying there dying? Can I ask why? My mom replied, music is the only thing that will bring my son out of a coma. He loves music that much. It's that much of a passion that I'm hoping that if he hears his favorite band, he'll wake up out of his coma. And that's what I did. And instead of giving up because I can't play guitar no more, I taught myself drums. I looked for inspiration on YouTube to see how drumming was done. I've been in bands for multiple years. I could keep a beat. So instead of being bitter and being pissed off at the world because something got taken from me in a blink of an eye, as quick as I can say, boom, that was gone. I would never walk again. I'll never be able to do two things with two hands. But what I did learn was a mindset that a powerful mind is a powerful weapon. You can do whatever you want. I'm snowboard. I walk. Although walking I really don't like to do, but it's something we got to do. I snowboard. I've Nordic skied. I've played sled hockey. My biggest accomplishment was playing with Roger Waters of Pink Floyd in front of 5,400 people at the theater of Madison Square Garden. A guy with one arm playing a full drum set. If I can do that, you can do anything. You just got to find the way to do it. You got to find the inspiration. I really feel that change in this society only comes from the person around you. We cannot touch the world with one person, but you can spread it and you can influence it. If you can be a positive person and a positive light in your community or the people around you, it will be infectious and it will spread. I could have given up. I had an easy path ahead of me. Retirement, a good paycheck. They built me a house for my needs and for me and my wife. But I just didn't want to stop there because I have the warrior spirit. I feel I have so much more to accomplish in my life than just playing that guitar, playing those drums, but to help others. I've learned, what it is to be alive. And that's something we take for granted very, very. I died, a couple times, 5 times. But I got that chance to breathe. And a positive attitude, air in your lungs, that's pretty much all you need to change the world. And if that's the last message I can give to you is positive, positive, positive. Always think about how your actions could affect somebody else, and a positive mind is a powerful weapon. Thank you.